Here we are. Okay, Leliana. Go ahead and collect the ogre. Ruby.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Morgan, heal up. Rock armor. Cross. Oh boy. Death threat. Whew. And it rains it pours, I guess. Back safe at the elf camp. Okay. Save. Want to give her a new dagger. This one's gray iron. Let's give her a steel one. Thermosuit.
What do you wish?
I'd like to barter with you, even though you're not a merchant.
I am no merchant, but let us trade. Perhaps there's something here which will be of value to you.
The Barbarian Mace is useful because it gives +1 to your strength. Ooh, new bow. Dragon Thorn, the best. +2 damage and rapid aim. That's better than the one I got now. Over 100 sovereigns now. Okay. Save. Very nice. And for you, Leliana, Wolf Killer.
You are very beautiful, Morrigan.
Tell me something I do not know.
But you are always dressed in such rags. It suits you, I suppose. A little tear here, a little rip there to show some skin.
I like her
I
outfit.
understand.
You understand I lived in a forest, I hope?
Maybe we could get you in a nice dress one day. Silk. No, maybe velvet. Velvet is heavier, better to guard against the cold in Ferelden. Dark red velvet. Yes. With gold embroidery. It should be cut low in the front, of course. We don't want to hide your
Of
features.
course.
Stop looking at my breasts like that. It is most disturbing.
You don't think so? And if it's cut low in the front, we must put your hair up. Show off that lovely neck.
You are insane. I would sooner let Alistair dress me.
It'll be fun, I promise. We'll get some shoes too. Shoes! We could go shopping together.
Frostback Mountains. We have enough money? I can get that artifact I've been wanting.
Darkspawn, beware!
Oh, gotta be careful of traps.
Ahead. Trap, right ahead.
What is that? A trap?
What did he just cast? No, it's not a trap. Momentum?
You have forced my hand!
Yes! Doubled up. Hey, leave her alone.
I am your leader!
You okay, Lilian? Ooh, broken bone. Hey.
As you like.
We'll go back to camp real soon.
Trap, right ahead.
I promise.
It's done.
We'll get that bones fixed
you
up
like.
good.
Right away.
Look at all the experience.
I'll do it. Trap, right ahead.
Okay, Morrigan.
Tell me.
Let's level you up. Yes, Waking Nightmare. She needs 32 magic to do this. This is an awesome spell. Automatic effect, no saving roll if they're already asleep. From her sleep spell. Elite or higher. Waking Nightmare. Perfect. Right, let's go. Troopers, campers, beloved companions. Get to the Frostback Mountains, and then we'll go directly to camp. Make sure everybody's healed up nicely. Oh, I went up a level. I didn't even realize that. I think I'm gonna start working on stealth. Stealth can be very valuable. Alistair, here's a onyx demon statuette.
Is that for me?
Yes, it is.
Really? Wow!
Morrigan, silver medallion.
A fine gift. You have my thanks.
Oh, that's a gift. Okay.
I await your command.
I'd like to discuss something personal.
We're in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
Never mind. All right, everybody's healed up. Let's continue on.
Yes.
Indeed.
Indeed.
I see.
I'm in the money.
What's to be done? What can we do?
How you doing?
Can I interest you in something? I've got the finest selection of previously owned armour and weaponry this side of Val Royeaux.
Let me take a look.
Oh, of course. And remember, everything's covered by Farron's 24-hour lifetime guarantee.
I'll bet. Okay. Portrait of a Goose Girl. Grandmaster Silverite rune. No, we're not going to spend the money on that right now. That's too rich for blood. Now this Knight Commander's armor is really nice. But again, we can't afford it. I have other things in mind.
King suffer the delay of his appointed messenger.
Vieta! This land is held in trust for the sovereign dwarven kings. I cannot allow entry at this time.
King Loghain demands the allegiance of the Desher, or lords, or whatever you call them in your assembly. I am his appointed messenger.
I don't care if you're the king's wiper. Orzamar will have none but its own until our throne is settled.
Hello. I have urgent need to speak with your king.
Who doesn't? If I don't get in, no one should.
Orzamar has no king. Endrin Idukan returned to the stone not 3 weeks ago. sick over the loss of his sons. The Assembly has gone through a dozen votes without agreeing on a successor. If it is not settled soon, we risk a civil war.
The Grey Wardens need their traditional dwarven allies.
The Wardens killed King Cousland and nearly doomed Ferelden. They're sworn enemies of King Loghain.
Well, that is the Royal Seal. That means only the Assembly is authorized to address it. Grey Warden, you may pass.
You're letting in a traitor? And a foreigner? In the name of King Loghain, I demand that you execute this stain on the honor of Ferelden.
Stain? How rude. Intimidate. Run to your false king. The dwarves will not hear him today.
You'll hear of this. King Loghain will see you quartered.
These guys are really tough. I just soon not
You
fight
are
them.
free to enter Orzamar, Grey Warden. Though I don't know what help you will find.
Orzamar.
If there is anything complimentary to be said about these people, it is that they possess a remarkable facility for carving stone.
And if there's anything positive to say about you, Morrigan, it's that you have a penchant for stating the obvious.
Now that's a thing of beauty, daughter.
Very
If you
well.
work hard like Branka, all Orzammar will know your name.
Mother, I don't want to be like... Do you have any tales of the wilds?
None of the sort you like. No princesses in tall towers or knights throwing themselves at whole armies.
That's not all I like.
Do you want tales of the chastened wilders who dwell in the marsh? Do you want to hear of the slow deaths they inflict on their enemies? Perhaps a tale of the poisonous creatures of the wilds that lay their eggs on your skin so their young may eat you alive when hatched? Or a tale of my mother's marsh cuisine? That, in my opinion, is the most terrifying of all my tales.
No, I don't want to hear about these things.
Then I have no tales for you.
Tisk tisk.
It is the Assembly who makes a king, and a king who nominates his successor. None of it is carried in the blood.
Or, as now, when someone tries using the Assembly to pull a coup. Who's to say what my father said in his final hours, when the usurper Harrowmont was the only one by his side?
I'll have you thrown in prison.
You've bitten off more than you can chew!
Handlers, separate these dashers in the Diamond Quarter. I will not have Balin incite a riot.
Not speak that way about the man who should be king!
Seem to be having problems. Great.
I'll have him in the Legion.
It will be done.
50 experience, City of Orzamar.
Where did they put all the rock, I wonder?
Maybe in there.
Why do you always go on about how stupid I am? I'm not stupid, am I?
If you need to ask the question...
Because it hurts my manly feelings, you know. Or one of them.
Then I'll be sure to write you an apology once all of this is over.
I was educated by the Chantry. I studied history. They don't make stupid Templars.
Then I must have been mistaken. I'm very impressed.
No, you're not. You're not even listening to me.
My, you are smarter than you look after all. Your Chantry must have been very proud.
50 experience.
Watch out for that puddle of whatever it is.
The casts. 50 experience.
Topsiders? Good. Get some outside gold in here. Calm people down. Make them think we should open the gates for good. The more cracks in the old way, the better. That's what Balin stands for.
Let me see what you have.
I'll take your gold. You're good for that.
Okay. This? We're not getting these gems. They're too expensive. This, and this.
I have heard much about the halls of the Dwarven Kings, but the stories do it no justice. It is so strange, harsh, yet beautiful.
Yes, it is very grand.
And have you seen those tiny pig-like burrowing animals? They are adorable. I wish I could have one as a pet. But they must be hard to catch and... Oh, just ignore me. I'm so silly sometimes. Let's just go.
Yeah, but you're cute.
Did you see that? I cannot believe what this city has come to. This would never have happened when Endrin was alive.
This Balin, is that King Endrin's son?
Aye. What a terrible burden for a father to have only Balin left of 3 fine sons. In the end, Endrin himself recognized that Balin cared for nothing but power. It was Endrin who ordered his son away from his deathbed and embraced Lord Harrowmont as his heir.
Wow. Why such hate for Balin?
Everybody knows he killed his brother Trian and let his father's favorite son take the blame. And many question whether Endrin died abed, as we were told, or whether Balin helped him along.
Who are you?
I am Narav Helmi, 3rd daughter of the 2nd matron of House Helmi. And you, stranger? What brings you to Orzamar at such a time?
I am Luan, a Grey Warden, and I am here seeking aid.
A Grey Warden? That explains why they allowed you past the gates. What kind of aid do you mean?
I have a treaty compelling Orzamar to aid against a blight.
A blight? Now? But our warriors are killing each other in the streets. I'm sorry, stranger. I fear there will be no aid for you in Orzamar. If you seek Lord Harrowmont's support, I suggest you talk with his trusted advisor, Dulin Ferrender. He might be able to get you an audience.
Thank you. What a nice lady. I'm glad I stopped to speak with her.
Excuse me, do you have a moment?
Greetings, and welcome to Garen Garrison's luxury goods shop. Wow, there are a lot of you. And I've never seen one of those before. The things they come up with. What was I saying?
Are you alright?
Oh, I was hoping you wouldn't notice. Most people don't anymore. Oh, maybe they're too polite to mention it. I had a little incident a few years back. Too much time with the raw lyrium ore, you know. Maybe it was a bad vein. I cut myself and the dust got straight in the blood. Since then, it's been a little hard for me to concentrate. Except when forging. Then I'm straight as an arrow. Best work I've ever seen. Look around the shop. See for yourself.
Thanks, I will. Aren't dwarves immune to lyrium's effects?
Of course we are. Weak surfacers like you touch the raw ore, and you'll bleed from your eyeballs in hours. Weird seeing how big you are. Even surface dwarves lose it. Us down here, though, we should be able to handle it just fine. Only not too much, and not every day, and not breathing the dust, and not direct in the blood. Ancestors' own bad luck.
Let me see your wares.
Right. Best in the trade, you know. I worked the ore myself.
I like him. He's cute. Alright. Now what we want right now is Life Giver. 87, almost 88 gold. It's plus 10 Constitution. That's 50 extra hit points. Plus 3 health regeneration in combat. Plus 10 health regeneration while exploring. Plus 3 armor. And plus 20% to healing effects received. Truly is a life giver. And it used most of our money. Now something I'd like to get eventually is the Rose's Thorn. Dragon Bone Dagger. It's awesome. But not now. Let's see, Frost Shear we'll give to Alistair. Hello there, young one.
You look like you're not from around here.
Yes, you could say that.
Oh, wonderful. I've been trying forever to find someone who really knows the surface world. I don't suppose you've heard of something called the Circle?
Of course I've heard of the Circle.
I've been trying to reach someone there for years. I've sent missives with every caravan, but I never get a reply. I want to know if they would accept me for study.
Do you want me to ask them for you?
That would be wonderful. My name is Dagna, daughter of Janar of the Smithcast. Tell them I've already begun reading the Teventer Imperium's Verticum Kadab, and it's just fascinating. Did you know the Imperial Magister Lords once had genealogies of every human family known to produce a mage child?
She's so enthusiastic and adorable. I'm glad we're helping her.
Oh, I'll go pack my bags right now. I'll be waiting by my father's shop.
The deep roads are home to the Darkspawn now. Oddly, they're supposed to be safer to travel during a blight.
Wonder why.
What's this? A human? Did we make these tunnels tall enough for humans? I'm sorry, but I cannot allow you past the front lines without Adesha's permission. And I've heard nothing of any new patrols scheduled to leave today.
Will you let me pass?
Into the deep roads? Not without a full unit of soldiers to back you, my friend. Or Adesha's permission to risk yourself. Orzamar can't afford to lose its citizens or honored guests on casual visits to the deeps.
But I want to kill Darkspawn. Alright, I should go.
Aye, for your sake, I hope you've no reason to come here again.
But I'm a Grey Warden.
I hear the surface kingdoms are having problems too. It's not just down here.
Have you seen my lunch? I'm only asking because you... Right.
Let's see if they got gifts. Yeah, they do. Experience.
So the closer you live to the surface, the higher class you are. Unless you're actually on the surface.
Hey, babe.
You have come at a difficult time. Orzamar is ailing for want of a king.
News of the hour! Is Lord Balin considering a dissolution? Of the ancient clans. He refuses to comment in the assembly.
It's
Lord
gathering up.
Halamont is a weak man, and he will be a weak king. Yes.
I hear there's a war going on the surface.
Sorry, can't talk. Crier's work is never done.
Okay, now there's the throne room. Royal Palace. We don't have business there today. But there's more experience to be gained in the Shaper. A lot of books to read, stuff like that.
Thief! Who would dare take from the memories? Orden, I'm outraged. A thief in the Shaper. What have we been reduced to?
Did you get a good look at him?
I did. He was bald, with the most garish brand across his head. Almost like he took pride in being castless. Imagine. He's probably in the slums somewhere. As if he'd find a buyer for a stolen tome in Dust Town. They couldn't know the value.
True.
Yes.
Legion of Steel. The Deep Roads. In praise of the humble nug. Primary meat source, the Deep Roads, I take it. Or is more politics? No wonder it's such a thick book.
Very well.
Legion of the Dead. Dwarven Faith.
Very well.
Codex on Shapers. Traditional Dwarven folk song.
I am ready.
Gloves of Diligence and Search for the True Prophet. Save. He's not strong enough yet. He's got 32 strength. Okay. Now for the assembly. This is one of our quests. To make our way to the assembly.
The assembly is in session. Enter quietly if you wish to observe.
Your mind has gone to dust if you think we would pass such a writ. Half our houses would go broke without the service trade.
The proposal is only effective until we have a king to ensure we are respected by the surfacers.
Leaving you conveniently positioned to take over all contracts. I'll see your head on a pike first.
Deshers, lords and ladies of the assembly. I've already doubled the guard to prevent violence. Must I summon more?
Steward Bandalore, Balin's sympathizers are tying our hands with trivialities. They may as well open us to the sky.
I suggest we put the matter to a vote.
And I suggest you have a taste of my family's mace.
Enough! The assembly is in recess until the members can regain control of their emotions.
$195 hits. Awesome.
Stone-forsaken fools and dusters. I'm sorry. This is the assembly of the clans. Only dashers and occasional guests of state are allowed in.
You don't recognize a Grey Warden?
Forgive me. I am so exhausted. I completely forgot about the message from the gate guard. Welcome to Orzam, Warden. I hope you can forgive our unrest. The loss of our king has hit us hard. Respect for your role is great, but you won't receive a proper hearing until we have a king on the throne.
Is there any way I can break this stalemate?
I must admit, Warden, I am at a loss myself. It lies with Prince Balin or Lord Harrowmont, and they are slow to trust anyone in these uncertain times. Dulan Verender, Harrowmont's man, can be found at the Harrowmont estate. Vartag Gavorn, Prince Balin's second, is often here in the assembly. I only wish there was more I could do for you.
Thank you.
As you say.
I think I'd rather work with Harrowmont. Seems like the more honorable of the two.
I heard there was a Grey Warden here. I am Dulan Verender, second to Lord Harrowmont, King Endrin's own choice as successor. Word is spreading that the surface may suffer a blight. It is shameful we are not in a better position to help.
I would speak with Lord Harrowmont.
In an ordinary time, Lord Harrowmont would be honored to meet you. Unfortunately, we've already caught more than one of Balin's spies approaching Harrowmont under a pretense of friendship. So I'm afraid I won't be able to take your word. If you want to speak to Harrowmont, you will need to prove he can trust you.
How can I prove I'm not working for Balin?
That's a generous offer. If you mean it, you might attend the proving today. The Deshers take it very seriously. And unfortunately, Balin found some way to blackmail or intimidate House Harrowmont's best fighters into stepping down.
Do you want me to find out why your fighters dropped out?
That would be enlightening. Though I hope you won't pry too deeply into things they don't wish revealed. If you wish to show your loyalty, enter the proving as his lordship's champion. With your order's reputation, I've no doubt the ancestors would favor your arm. Balin would never work with anyone who humiliated him in that way. Harrowmont would have no fear of meeting with you then.
I'll enter the proving and see why the others withdrew.
Excellent. The arena is located off the Commons. Talk to the proving master and tell him you're entering Lord Harrowmont's roster. The key fighters we lost were Guidon and Baisel. You can look for them in the fighters' preparation chambers behind the ring. And be sure it's before the fights begin. After the first bout, no one may change the roster. If you need to find me again, I will wait in the Tapster's Tavern off the Commons. There is no better place to hear gossip. Perhaps even word of your victory.
Thank you, my good fellow.
News of the hour. Support Lord Harrowmont at your own peril.
Lord Harrowmont is the voice of tradition and stability.
2 years tomorrow. By all the holy sodding ancestors, how can you people just ignore that?
Bronca didn't go alone, Ogren. She took the whole house, everybody but you. So just get over to Tapster's and drown yourself already. You know as well as I do that's how this always ends.
You think I'm afraid of some cub warrior who's barely off the teat? Ha!
You lift a weapon or attack a single citizen in Orzammar, and you're stripped of your caste and exiled. Even you can't have forgotten that. Get out of here before I call a guardsman.
Yeah.
I knew I should have stuck to common nugs. Now I've gone and lost them too. I'll never find them the way they skitter.
Common nugs? I don't like those. They look dirty.
No way I'm going back to that supplier in Dust Town. Guess I'm shutting it down.
If I see any nugs, I'll send them your way.
Good on you, stranger. Only need one to turn this around.
One. Here, another one. Where is it? There's one.
So, I've been hearing rumors that a certain wine merchant is
Two.
falling behind on his payments. I can't imagine what...
Three.
Have a care where your eyes linger, Alistair.
Yes, well, don't worry. It's not what you think.
I see.
I was looking at your nose.
And what is it about my nose that captivates you so?
I was just thinking that it looks exactly like your mother's.
I hate you so much.
What?
What's wrong with that?
Never mind.
What was that noise? Four. Five.
It will be done.
Dust down. Could be dangerous. Everybody hang back.
Enemies ahead!
We'll get plenty for their kid once we get them out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, attack your buddy. See how cool Nightmare is? These guys are all having a nightmare, attacking each other.
Touch me!
I love control. Awesome. Trouble? Poor criminals. No money. Ah, he's got some. There it is. Assembly directive.
Whoever you're looking for, it's not me, I swear.
Okay. Where's that Shady Corbett? There he is. Hey, Shady.
What do you want, Warden? You're out of your element down here.
I'm looking for a thief who dared steal from the Shapered.
Is that so? What makes you think anyone here would turn me, I mean, this person in? You've walked into a sodding fight, Warden, and I've already passed your stupid tome along. Too bad for you.
Yeah, too bad for me. Let's see what you got on. Proving receipt. Someone in the proving grounds has the book.
I'll just get out of your way.
You don't have to do that. Hello.
Your clothes are so fancy. Did you get them topside?
I got them off of a dead barbarian.
My mam used to say they don't got no stone to protect them topside. If I go up there, I'm gonna fall into the sky.
No. That doesn't happen.
Yes. When my doll left, he never came back. Who's to say he didn't fall up, eh?
Do you know anything about the rodents down here? Nugs?
Nugs? Yes. They don't got much meat on them, but down here you can't be picky. Better than nothing.
Could you catch one for me?
What for? You going to cook them up yourself?
My friend would like one as a pet.
Yeah, I can find a nug for you. Could even get one from outside the city. Those ones in the deeps don't eat as much garbage. I don't know what they eat, but they always seem healthier, you know? Shiny coats, bright eyes. How much you giving me?
20 silver?
Real silver, huh? I'll get you a big one for that. Give me some time. I'll hunt them down for you.
Now, to have time pass so that you can complete something like that, sometimes if you go into a building like this one, it'll do the job. Alamar's Emporium.
What are you looking for? We got nothing to buy for the likes of you. Or maybe you wanted to sell.
Yeah, I want to sell.
Of course.
Can't afford to buy anything. Got a lot of gifts to hand out.
I got him. He's all squirmy, but he's a big fella.
Very well. Here's 20 silver.
I knew you'd be good on your word. Nice doing business.
A gentleman's always... Hey, where'd you go? Oh, this is sustained. Put that over there.
You do not truly think I look as my mother does, do you?
Have you really been thinking about that all this time?
I am simply curious.
And not insecure in the slightest, I'm sure.
I think I look nothing like her.
I don't know. Give it a few hundred years and it'll be a spot-on match.
I said that I look nothing like her.
All right, got it. Totally different. I see that now.
As you say.
Oh, this is the throne room. We don't want the throne room. Wait, what was I think? That's not the throne room. That's the provings. Sorry. My mind was wandering.
Very well.
First things first. Let's go this way. $50 experience. Approving. And here's the final scroll.
As you say.
The key to the city. New quest.
Look, I already told the Proving Master I withdrew. Do you have to keep harassing me?
What are you talking about?
Well, that sounded genuine. If you weren't looking for me, do me a favor and pretend I never said anything.
Did someone make you drop out of the Proving?
I left the Proving on my own business, and I have no intention of discussing it.
Persuade. If you tell me what's happening, I could help you.
Look, it's just, when I was younger, I had a thing with this Idukan girl, Revelka. Lesser cousin, nowhere near the throne. Her family wanted her marrying up, so they matched her with a BMO. But we didn't exactly stop seeing each other.
And now Balin's found out. Is that correct?
I thought we were discreet, but she's married to a Desher's heir. He'd kill me if he knew. So I have to slink out of here like some worthless brand for fear Balin will tell the whole city.
What evidence does Balin have?
They have letters. Love letters Revelka wrote me. If they were made public, she'd be disgraced. Her husband would cast her aside, and I would be lucky to be allowed to die in a duel.
I can get them back.
You'd do that? I don't know how to thank you. I know it's my own fault, but I'd have married her if I could. Balin's fighter Miaja has the letters. If you make sure she never shows them to anyone, I'll fight for Haremont again. But you need to find them quickly. Registrations close once the first bout starts.
Duly noted.
You new in the fights? I don't remember seeing you before.
I'm fighting to champion Lord Haremont.
Far be it from me to tell you your business, but you might want to take a closer look before you jump into local politics. Were I you, I'd follow my example. Resign and let Haremont fight his own battles. I'm Guidon, by the way. It's been a pleasure.
Dulan Forrender asked me to talk to you.
I bet he did. That man thinks nothing is beneath him. Well, you could just tell him I had my reasons. It's not so much what happened, as what's going to. I heard from a reliable source Lord Haremont's already given up the throne. Balin called this whole proving to let his lordship save face when he concedes.
That's ridiculous. Haremont isn't conceding.
Oh? And where did you hear this that's more reliable than a member of the Assembly?
Luander's not very intimidating, so he's gonna use a little white lie. I heard it from Haremont himself.
Well, that's not what I expected. I know Lord Haremont. He's an upstanding man. He'd never lie to someone's face. Maybe you're right.
Just behind the back?
I'm just a warrior. I've always tried to stay out of these noble politics. If I find out this whole thing was some flunky of Balin's lying to me for his own gain, I'll...
Slink out of here like a kicked dog?
No, you're right. I owe Lord Harrowmont more than that.
There you go. Good man. Hello. Get behind him. I guess I can't. All right. Hey, you. Leave my friend alone.
Far better than that.
Ooh, okay. A volume of Shaper history. Now, we could take it back to the Shaper, or maybe we could make some coin.
This deal was all their making, Warden. Technically, I haven't done anything wrong. We have no business. Unless you want to make a few coins. Not that I'm suggesting anything. But you're holding the prize now.
You know what? I'll take the deal.
Sensible. I think you'll find that gold is a fine remedy for whatever outrage the Shaper it might have imparted. Pleasure doing business with you.
You know, your mustache is growing out of your nostrils. Kinda gross. Just saying. On to now. See if we can get those letters back.
Allow me. I could do that for you. As you
Yes,
like.
you could. Liliana, you're awesome.
On my way.
Love letters. Let's go. Hello.
The proving's almost starting. I should leave if you haven't found anything.
I have your letters right here. But how much are they worth to you?
You have them? If you can keep those letters from the public eye, I would gladly gift you with a finder's fee. Say, 10 sovereigns?
Persuade. Is that all Ravelka's life is worth? I'd take 15.
I certainly can't argue with that logic. Here you are. Now pardon me, there's little time left to rejoin the proving.
Yes.
Thank you again, friend.
Thank you. Money, money, money. We should have over 30 sovereigns again. Let's see. Need to go back to the Diamond Quarter. Collect our ring. But first...
Go on, I'm out of the nug game. Got nothing to sell.
I've got a nug for you. Here.
Saraka, I'm back in the game. Such as it is. I don't have much besides gratitude, but find a bunch more of these and I'll toss you whatever I found. You're the best wrangler I've ever seen. But there's more. You're the best wrangler I've ever seen. You're the best wrangler I've ever seen. You're the best wrangler I've ever seen. But there's more out there. I trust Vala, my nug-wrangling friend.
Legion of the Dead sighted battling Darkspawn near Orzam.
Grey Warden arrives in Orzamar, most likely to pay respects to the rightful king, Prince Baelin.
Nah, not really. I'm here to get a ring. Key to the city. +2 to all attributes, +4% spell resistance, and +10% to healing effects received. I'll give this to Morrigan. Now let's give that to Leliana. There you go. Alright, our strength is 13, dexterity is 51, willpower 14, constitution 24, cunning is 18. Back to camp. There's a guy in camp I want to talk to. He's been hanging out for quite a
Legion
while.
of the Dead Warriors secretly wear Prince Baelin's colors.
I want to see what he wants.
Grey Warden
No,
arrives
no,
in
that's not
Orzamar, undoubtedly to offer assistance to Lord Harrowmont.
Reconnecting. 6 seconds. 5. If we have this happen again, I'll change the server. Holding off for a minute, see if it's going to load. If it doesn't load, I'll change the server. There we go. Hopefully it'll work now. Still getting used to how Twitch works.
All right, I've come up with one. A question that you can't answer.
Are you talking to me?
That's right. You think you're so smart. I've got an academic question that I bet you won't be able to answer.
Oh, I doubt that.
So tell me then, what was the name of Andraste's husband?
This is a religious question,
Mephra.
not an academic one.
You're joking, right? A 5-year-old could answer that question. Do you not know more than a child?
He's right.
I care nothing for your religion, and this game of yours is over.
Oh, how the mighty have crumbled.
think there's a death threat over here. There it is. Let's see. Let's hand out a few gifts. Alistair, anything you like? No, not really. Gold amulet.
A fine gift. You have my thanks.
Gold earrings.
Interesting.
Gem bracelet.
Interesting.
Golden symbol of dress.
Oh, how dear of you. Thank you so much.
Silver demon head ring.
Interesting.
And a cute note.
Oh, it's one of those subterranean bunny pigs. Oh, look at him. Come here, you.
I can't believe you wanted this filthy beast.
He just needs a bath. Don't listen to the mean man. You're not dirty. Thank you so much. You've made my day.
The mean man. You're so cute. Major cunning.
I enjoy the nights at camp. The night always seems more peaceful to me. Safer.
I know what you mean.
I feel the night grants us a reprieve from the troubles of the day. Silly, isn't it? The Darkspawn never sleep, and they lurk in the shadows.
I think we're all entitled to a little silliness now and then.
I enjoy those nights when we stand guard together, talking to pass the time in those small hours. Well, I talk and you listen mostly. Sometimes I succumb and fall asleep and wake to find you still watchful. And I know you're watching out for me.
You never have to feel afraid with me.
What I'm trying to say is that I trust you. I'm comfortable around you. I know you'll be there when I need you. You are our leader and my friend, and sometimes I think that maybe we could be more than that. Maker, look at me stumbling over my words like an ill-educated peasant girl. Some bard I am.
We are more than friends. I thought that was obvious.
Really? No one told me. You felt the same way and didn't do me the courtesy of informing me?
Remember
You made me say
flowers?
all those things. Why couldn't you have said them first? Oh, you... Oh, how very awkward.
Been chasing after you for weeks. I thought you were comfortable around me.
Well, yes, but don't question me. I am a woman and I reserve the right to be inconsistent. Oh, chivalry is so dead, making the lady spill her guts like that. Well, that settles it then.
Massive cunning.
I'm here for you.
Nothing. Never mind.
I await your command.
I'd like to discuss something personal.
We're in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
Never mind. Hey, Stennard.
Why are we stopping?
We're working together. I think we should get to know one another.
There are Darkspawn to be fought. Is this delay needful?
We have to eat and sleep, you know. Are you alright? You're in that cage for weeks.
You are concerned. No need. I am fit enough to fight.
You said you were in the army.
I am.
Why would the Kunari send soldiers here?
The Antam are the eyes, hands, and mouth of the Kunari. We are how my people know the world.
Doesn't that make your view of things a little skewed?
Compared to what?
You might learn more about people if you weren't hostile.
What does anyone truly know of the world? The world changes. We change. The Antam observe what we can, just as you do. There is no point to this. We are keeping the Darkspawn waiting.
True. Let's go.
As you wish.
Ooh, he didn't like that.
Something on your mind?
I have some questions.
Of course.
Why have you remained a Templar if you hate the Chantry?
Have you seen the uniform? It's not only stylish, but well made. I'm a sucker for good tailoring.
I thought Templars wore heavy plate mostly.
That's just in public. In private, we have these yellow and purple tunics, right? Much more comfortable, and you don't break the beds when you jump on them during a pillow fight.
You had lots of these pillow fights, I take it.
Pillow fights? I mean, no, of course not. I meant sword fights. With rusty swords, dripping with acid. The kind that puts hair on your chest. You don't really want to know about my being a Templar, do you? It's really quite boring.
Then make up something more exciting.
You know, I like the way you think. You're all right. If you're really curious, then I'll tell you. The truth of the matter is that I did hate going to the monastery. The initiates from poor families thought I put on airs, while the noble ones called me a bastard and ignored me. I felt like Al-Eamon had cast me off, unwanted, and I was determined to be bitter. But I took some solace in the training itself, I guess. I was actually quite good at it.
What did you enjoy about the training?
The education, mostly, but also the discipline. You need to have a disciplined mind in order to use the abilities we have. It was difficult, but rewarding. I never really felt at home anywhere, though, until I joined the Grey Wardens. And Duncan felt my Templar abilities might be useful for when we encountered Darkspawn magic, so I kept it up. What about you? Do you have anywhere you consider home?
My home was taken over by Arohal.
Right. Stupid of me to ask. I'm sorry. We won't always be traveling like this, you know. Once the war is over, once the Blight is... well, a time will come when we'll have to think about having a real home again. Though that seems like a far ways off. And I suppose the Grey Wardens are gone for good. Either way.
They can be rebuilt.
I suppose you're right. We can create new Grey Wardens, but we'll never get back those we lost. I wonder if it would ever feel the same. Anyhow, now I've sidetracked us. We'd better get back to what we're supposed to be doing right now.
Good point.
Yes.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Let's go to Ban Lorne's lands. This is a DLC. Now, anything I gain in this game, I can use. Take a closer look at the guards. They wore the uniform of Ban Lorn, a minor lord well known and little loved for the fluidity of his allegiances. Take a closer look at the unarmed man. You're surprised to recognize the uniform of King Caelan's honor guard. A memory comes to you. You fought alongside this man at Ostagar. Join the fray. That's pretty cool.
Enemies ahead!
Of course. Good teamwork. Ah, death threat. Up close, the man's face is unmistakable. You remember him as Elric Moran, a member of Caelan's honor guard at Ostagar, and close confidant of the king.
Thank you. I didn't expect the band's men to notice my escape so quickly. I tried to hide here in the woods, but there wasn't time. And now I'm a dead man.
I tried to help.
You were there in Ostagar. You know how things went. For me, it was either this, or die in some Darkspawn's belly, or be hung as a deserter.
You deserted?
I dare say most people think the same of you and me, if not worse.
I fled the battlefield when Loghain betrayed us. I abandoned my men, and they died. And Caelan with them. He was my king, my friend, maker. All that time in Ban Loren's prison. And I couldn't stop thinking about all they suffered that one dark night at Ostagar.
We don't always get to choose our deaths.
No, perhaps not. But I've been given the chance to set things right. If it's the likes of you who sees me to my final hour, perhaps things happen for a reason. The king entrusted me with the key to the royal arms chest. If anything were to happen to him, he said, it was vital I deliver it to the wardens.
Do you still have this key?
The Maker has a sense of humor, doesn't he? I suppose it's for the best, however. Had I kept it, it would be in Ban Loren's hands by now.
Why am I not surprised? Is there someone else we should be bringing back from the brink of death instead?
I was afraid. I thought I would lose it on the battlefield, so I stashed it in the camp. Please, it's probably still there.
Where?
The key's behind a loose stone at the base of a statue. I'll draw a map for you, so you'll know where to search.
You'll be taking me along, won't you? Call me sentimental, but I left behind some Darkspawn that really deserve a sword through the middle.
It is vital that the king's documents do not fall into the wrong hands. As for Marik's sword, it is too powerful to be pawed at by those monsters. Same for the king's other arms and armor. And if you happen to find Caelan's body, see it off. He was our king. He shouldn't be left to rot amidst the Darkspawn's filth.
Shall we go to Ostagar? Alright, let's go. Save. Oops. Oh, it's just him. Old Tegrin. Hey, Tegrin.
You have coin, stranger? With Orzam closed off, old Tegrin can give you a discount. Fine weapon and arms, dwarven made.
Let's see this discount of yours. Eventually I want to get that. But not now. Let's see. Alistair? Let's try getting something on you. Gloves of Diligence. 25 armor class now. Take it back off. Give him Frost Shear again. Okay, save.
Darkspawn, beware! Yes. As you say.
You've got to hand it to the Darkspawn. They sure know how to make a place feel desolate and foreboding.
Infirmary. Any loot? Here's something.
As you say.
Wait here.
Darkspawn, beware!
Come on. That's it.
There is no hope for you now.
Very pretty. Very pretty. Thank you. We always like to take donations. Dirt in the face.
It will be done. Now you die! I knew we could not lose!
Well together.
Bleed out. Thank you. He wants to follow. He must sense me.
Are you truly such a fool?
Yes, he is.
You should have fled.
He should have. Oh! Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Somebody's got survival skills. Hey, you. Little poison.
Now you see true power.
Herlock Strider. He's got something. Kalen's Greaves. Red steel.
I don't know whether to laugh or cry, but it's clearly Kalen's. There can be no doubt.
Blank vellum. Worth 1 shilling. Joining cellist. That'd be a nice gift for Alistair. It'll have special meaning for him. Wait here. Hi.
Of course. You dare! I will not falter!
Get off my friend. Where are you going?
As you said. So shall it be.
Whew.
Very well.
What's this? Okay.
We must strike quickly!
Dirt to the face.
This will not end well for you! There is no hope for you now! Surely you can do far better than that! This will not end well for you!
Where's Alistair? Just take care of those? Good man. Good man.
Yes.
See if we can find that key. There it is. Elric's buried key. Key to the Royal Arms chest. Okay. We're reconnecting. I think I'm going to change the server. This is the second time that's happened now. Be right back in just a minute.